Hi, I'm teacher Farah Youssef. Our grammar lesson today is about the subject and predicate. At the end of this grammar session, students will be able to identify and use the subject and predicate in a sentence, distinguish between simple compound subject and simple compound predicate. What's a subject and what's a predicate? Every complete sentence contains two parts, a subject and a predicate. A subject is who or what the sentence is about. A subject is the person or the thing that's doing an action, or the person or thing that is the focus of the sentence. A subject is maybe a noun, proper noun, or even pronoun. A predicate tells what the subject does. It tells something about the subject. The predicate is the part that contains the action. Here, how can we identify the subject and the predicate in a sentence? Simply, a subject is the noun or pronoun-based part of the sentence, whereas a predicate is the verb-based part of the sentence because it includes the verb and the rest of the sentence. For example, she eats her breakfast. Look at this sentence. Who eats the breakfast? The answer will be she. So she is the subject. Here we have eats her breakfast is the predicate. If we ask what does she do? Eats her breakfast. So the answer will be the predicate, eats her breakfast. Another example, my little daughter drank 2 bottles of milk. Look at this sentence. My little daughter is the subject. Drank is the verb. The verb, the predicate, is the verb, okay, that includes the rest and is the verb and the rest part of the sentence. So drank 2 bottles of milk is the predicate. Look here at this subject, okay? It doesn't mean that a subject, as we said, that it may be a noun, proper noun, or even a pronoun. Look here, my little daughter, it's a noun, but it includes also an adjective. So it's okay to have an adjective or more than an adjective that may include the subject. Identify the subject and the predicate in each of the sentences below. Number 1, he sat under the tree. Where is the subject here? He. How can you tell? If we ask the question, who sat under the tree? The answer will be he. So he is the subject. What did he do? Sat under the tree is the predicate. It includes the verb and the other part of the sentence. Number 2, the crocodile snapped at the boat. The crocodiles is the subject. Snapped is the verb. Okay, so snapped at the boat is the predicate of the sentence. The castle was heavily bombed during the war. The castle is the subject. Was till the end is the predicate. I was alone in the party. I is the personal pronoun. It acts here. The pronoun acts as a subject. Here I is the subject. Was alone in the party is the predicate of the sentence. So look here, you can notice that the subject, it may be a pronoun or even a noun, a singular or even a plural noun. Practice 2. Read each sentence, draw a slash between the complete subject and the complete predicate. Number 1, the accident was fatal. So look here, what was fatal? The accident. So the accident is the subject. Was is the verb. Okay, so here we have to draw the slash between the subject and the predicate. The heavy storm carried the boat over the reef. The heavy storm is the subject. Carried is the verb. And we know that the predicate is the verb part of the sentence. Okay, so we have to draw the slash here. Before the verb, we have the subject. The verb till the end is the predicate. Number 3, the sound of breaking branches filled the air. The sound of breaking branches, of course, it's the subject. Filled is the verb, so it is the predicate part of the sentence. So we have to draw the slash here. Number 4, it broke the ship into pieces. It here is the pronoun it here. It acts like the subject of the sentence because we said that the sentence, the pronoun, the subject, it may be a pronoun, noun, or a proper noun. So we have to draw the slash here. Number 5, the rustle of leaves broke the silence. The rustle of leaves is the subject, broke is the predicate, so we have to draw the slash here. Now, what's a simple subject? A simple subject is only who or what's doing the verb without any modifiers. For example, Sally is a clever girl. Sally is the simple subject here. Who is a clever girl? Sally. So Sally is the subject. It's a simple subject. He won the competition. He is the simple. Now, what's a compound subject? A compound subject is when we have two or more subjects in the sentence. These two or more subjects are joined by the common of the conjunctions and, or. For example, Rami and Susie are Olympic athletes. So look here, Rami is the subject, Susie also it's a subject. These two subjects are joined by the conjunction and. Rami and Susie. Here we have a compound subject. So when we have two or more subjects, this is a compound subject. I may have Rami, comma, Susie, comma, Sally, comma, and Huda, for example. All these, more than one subject, is called a compound subject. Practice 3. Underline the subject in each sentence below, then tell whether it's a simple subject or a compound one. Number 1. Furniture and paper are two uses for wood. Here we have two subjects that are joined by the conjunction and. So furniture and paper is the subject. Okay, of course it's a compound subject. The results of the test are bad. The results of the test here, this is the subject, are bad. This is the predicate. So here the results of the test, of course it's a simple subject. Number 3, sleeping, reading, and eating are enjoyable activities. So here the subject, sleeping, reading, and eating. Okay, so of course it's a compound subject. So here in compound subject it may connect two subjects together by the conjunction and, or many subjects. So two or more subjects, we call them compound subject. Number 4, the patient with the shattered skull survived the surgery. Here, the patient with the shattered skull here, it is the subject. Okay, it's a simple subject. What's a simple predicate? A simple predicate is the main verb in the predicate in the sentence. It includes a verb and all other details that describe what's going on. For example, my father fixed the dryer. My father here is the subject. Fixed is the verb. This is the simple predicate. Practice 4. Underline the simple predicate. Here we have to underline the simple predicate. It means the main verb in the sentence. The boat hit the ground violently. Here, hit is the simple predicate. He always encourages his friend. Also, encourage is the simple predicate. Eric's blindness hindered his ambitions. Hindered is the verb. It is the main verb. Okay, so it's the simple predicate. Number 4. The adventurers reached the mountain's peak. Reached here is the verb. So it is the simple predicate. Number 4, he helped his colleagues in his mission to the 7 highest peaks on earth. So here, help is the verb, so it is the predicate, simple predicate in this sentence. Now, what's a compound predicate? A compound predicate is when we have more than one verb in the sentence, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. So more than one verb, this is a compound predicate. Sometimes sentences can have both a compound subject and a compound predicate. The parts of a compound verbs are usually joined by the conjunctions and, but, or nor. For example, Shadi wrote and studied. Here Shadi is the subject, wrote is the verb, studied another verb. So here we have 2 verbs in the same sentence. This is a compound predicate. These 2 verbs are connected by the conjunction and. Another example, Mom had gone to the soccer game but had left at halftime. Here also we have 2 verbs, had gone and had left, and these 2 verbs are connected by the conjunction but. Another example, yoga enlightens the mind, frees the spirit, and strengthens the soul. Here we have also 3 verbs connected by the word, the conjunction and, so we have compound predicate. At the cinema, we choose a seat in the front row and quietly sat down. Choose and sat, here we have 2 verbs in the same sentence. These 2 verbs are connected by the conjunction and, so here we have also compound predicate. So look here, we can notice that whenever we have more than one verb in the sentence, this is a compound predicate. Okay, so the sentence has a compound predicate when we have more than one verb in the same sentence. Practice 5. In the following sentences, underline the subject and the predicate, then state on the line provided whether each is simple or compound. Write SS if it is simple subject, SP for simple predicate, CS for compound subject, and CP for compound predicate. Number 1, she and her friends often drink coffee or eat ice cream. Let us see here. She and her friends, this is the subject. Drink coffee or eat ice cream, this is the predicate. Okay, how many subjects here do we have? 2. They are connected by the conjunction and here also we have drink and eat, 2 verbs connected by the conjunction or. So here we have compound subject and compound predicate. Number 2, Sally and Carla sing and act in the school play. Sally and Sarah and Carla here, this is the subject, okay, it's a compound subject. Sing and act, also we have 2 verbs. This is a compound predicate, so we have compound subject and compound predicate. Number 3, Hala usually or always drinks apple juice and eats fried potatoes. Here, Hala is the subject, drinks and eats, here we have 2 verbs joined by the conjunction and, so we have simple subject but we have compound predicate. Number 4, yesterday we watched a nice movie. We, here yesterday of course, this is a time expression. We is the subject, watched is the verb, so here we have simple subject and simple predicate. Assignment. Write one sentence of your own on each of the following, then separate the subject and the predicate using a slash. Number 1, a sentence with a simple subject and a simple predicate. For example, my little sister works in the hospital. My little sister, here we have just one subject, so it's a simple subject, just one verb, it's a simple predicate, so the slash should be here. A sentence with a complete subject and a complete predicate, for example, dogs and cats jump and play in the garden. So here we have 2 subjects joined by the conjunction and, so it's a complete subject, And also we have two verbs connected by the conjunction and. So here we have also two verbs. It means a complete predicate. The slash should be here. A sentence with a simple subject and a complete predicate. For example, Mark broke his computer and borrowed one from his friend. So this sentence contains one subject, and this is the verb broke and borrowed. These are two verbs, a complete predicate, so the slash should be here. A sentence with a complete subject and a simple subject. For example, my mother, my aunt are trained classical dancers. So here we have a complete subject, okay? Two subjects connected by the conjunction and we have only one predicate, and the slash should be here.